Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel we post writing tips, unboxings, book hauls, book reviews and the occasional vlog. And today we are doing the Cozy Christmas book tag. This book tag was originally made by Call Me After Coffee. I'll put a link below this video to that original video, and I'll also put all the questions down below if you're interested in doing this yourself. Christmas is one of my favorite times of year and I'm super excited about doing this book tag, but before we do, I do have a quick channel announcement. If you are not new to my channel, you'll know I've been a bit unwell this year. I got burnt out and got anxiety with panic attacks. So I will be doing less videos throughout December and January compared to normal. I'm gonna see how we go. After January, it should be back to normal. However, if I feel the need to, we might have to drop a couple here and there. I'm hoping we don't, but we will see. But just so you guys are aware, for December and January, there will maybe be about 2 videos a month rather than my usual one every week. Just so you are aware of why I've disappeared a little. Update over, let's get into this book tag. Number 1, Twinkling Lights. What is the most beautiful book that you own? This is not fair. This is such a difficult question and I spent ages thinking about it because all my books are beautiful. All books are beautiful. They're books! So I had to try to choose some. So I have 4, which I think are some of my most beautiful. Guarantee I'm going to find more as soon as I look at these shelves. 1 is the 6 Crimson Crayons by Elizabeth Lim. Look at it. It's beautiful. I adored this book. I have got a review on this. If you haven't seen that, the link is above me now. Those colours just made me need to read it immediately. Another one is Bridget Collins' The Binding, and I'm also going to include the Betrayals. They're quite similar book covers, and purple and red. Okay, so they're just all round gorgeous. I love them, and I saw the purple on this, and this kind of front cover just really appeals to me. So that dragged me to Bridget Collins, and then obviously I needed the Betrayals because, hello, it's amazing. I also said The Familiars by Stacey Halls, especially in autumn. Just how gorgeous. With the gold filament in the leaves and all the like orangey reds, and it's just comforting colours is what I'd say that is. Lots and lots of comfort. I would also say that the Daughter of the Moon Goddess series by Sue Lynn Tance, that is the Daughter of the Moon Goddess and Heart of the Sun Warrior. How gorgeous are they? It just keeps going, guys. I mean, they're all so beautiful. What? I mean, Frances Hardinge. I think that's personally gorgeous. The whole special editions of the classics, come on. It's welcoming, all right? You can't make me choose. Those ones are pretty. Next, number 2, The Perfect Tree. Will you pay more to get the prettiest edition of a book? Now, generally, I pay more when a book is first released to get a first edition hardback, especially if it's signed. If it's past that point, I'm not generally going to go searching for the signed editions on eBay to complete a collection. Ideally, you want all in hardback or all in paperback if you're doing a series. I've got series that break that rule. It doesn't bother me that much. I think the real answer is I'm not wealthy enough to always want the poshest version. And also I tend to find when you have a gorgeous version, so like first edition signed, you worry about breaking it more, whereas your softbacks, it's like, hey, books, and you don't mind lending them out as much. In fairness, most people I know who read are really respectful of other people's books, so generally you're alright. But yeah, I wouldn't go as far as purchasing multiple editions of the same book just because of what it looks like. I will swap sometimes. So for example, The Betrayals by Bridget Collins. This is a signed first edition in red. Now, I got the binding just from Waterstones with the purple first edition. The Betrayals, I missed that opportunity, so I just bought The Betrayals in hardback with white. And then my mum went to Barter Books in Alnwick. If you are in Alnwick, go to Barter Books. I have got a vlog where I went to Barter Books. I'll put a link above me now because, oh, it's a dream. But she went there and she found this and she actually bought it for herself. Then she thought I was actually a bigger fan and she gave me it. for Christmas, bless her. So she took my copy and I got her copy. But, you know, I did purposefully find, when I read The Betrayals, I then purposefully searched bookshops to find the purple hardback of the binding for my mum. But that's because purple is her favourite colour. It's not because of the book. It was a purple book and it was her favourite colour. It had to happen. Number 3, build a snowman. Make a Christmas tree book stack. So colour or theme. I'm not quite sure how this works. Is this to make like a Christmas tree out of books? Or is it by colour? Or do they just mean make a theme of books? I know nothing. Bear with me till the end on this one, because I'm going to have a little search. So we'll continue this, and then we're going back to question 3 at the end. Number 4, crackling fire. What book makes you feel warm and cozy? Now, Jazz over at Red Panda Reads is going to be very happy with this response, because it's actually a book series that makes me feel cozy, and that is Jessica Townsend, Tales of Morrigan Crow series. If you haven't read Jessica Townsend, it's just nice. These books are safe and warm, and they always go through a season. So you always get winter, and it's just nice. It's just really nice. So I would say Jessica Townsend is a cozy, happy read, and I would recommend it to anyone, especially if you just need to chill a little bit, but also, you know, have some drama. It's a very fast, interesting read. It just feels safe when you read it. I would also just say, in general, if you're feeling like you need a safe read, then middle grade section, go to it. Don't be scared of it, guys. Go into middle grade. It will be cozy and nice in there, all right? I would also say, you know, for cozy reads, The Guest Cat by Takashi Hirade. If you've seen my book tags before, this one ends up in every single one. Cozy. Japanese translated literature is generally just really cozy, alright? This Before the Coffee Gets Cold series. There's just something about them. It's nice. If you also see a book with a coffee shop on it, that'd be good. Number 5, knee-high socks. What is the longest book you've read? At this moment in time, I would say the longest book I've read is Fire and Blood by George R.R. Martin. This book has 706 pages of full pages, and I think it's the longest I've read that I still have, and I felt the length, guys. If you haven't seen my review on this, that link's above me now, but I felt it hard. Number 6, Ugly Sweaters. What's the ugliest book you own? Now this is hard because, like I said in the first one, all the books are beautiful. They're books. Books are beauty, but we need to find the ugly one. So I guess I'm going to go for ones that don't spark. Their covers don't grip me and drag me in. So I would say any book that is the movie cover of the book. It just shouldn't be the movie. It should be what it is, not from the movie. That's the movie cover of Memoirs of a Geisha by Arthur Golden. This book is actually gorgeous, but I can say it's an ugly one because our copy may have been eaten. Can you see it? Things got to it. I put it near a plant, guys. It's a very cardboardy book, this one. And they ate it, and it's such a beautiful book, but they ate it. But still, the book's still there. It's just a bit eaten. I think that one's fair enough to say it about. Number 7, Blizzards. A book set in winter, or a book that gives you the chills / has dark themes. I feel like I've said this book a lot already, but a winter themed book is Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik, and it's a great romance, fantasy, fiction. I love it. It's very wintry, so I recommend this. Also, any Jessica Townsend, Morrigan Crow series, anyone in that series, it has winter in it, so that feels like a cozy winter read. In terms of dark themes, you want Naomi Novik's A Deadly Education series, which is just A Deadly Education, which is the first book in the Scholomance trilogy. Dark things happen in this school. And the final question, number 8. Home for the holidays. Are there any books that feel like going home? So I try to only keep books that I would reread again. If I'm not going to reread it, I tend to give it away. I give them as gifts, or I give them to charity shops. I like them to circulate if I'm not going to reread them, or they're not special editions for whatever reason. So a book that I have read and will continue to read multiple times, and therefore does feel like going home, is The Guest Cat by Takashi Hirade. every single book tag. I'm not going to quit until every person who has watched my videos has read this book, am I? Look how small it is. It's just so good. Anyway, The Guest Cat, I always feel like homely and cozy. I guess another one, this is just a series and an author in general, but anything from the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett feels like going home because it's such a long, large series that I'm trying to read in order, and I've read Terry Pratchett for so long that they feel like going home because I know those characters inside out. So when they keep cropping up, you know, it's where I belong. I think the other cozy thing is that Matt, my partner, is also a massive Terry Pratchett fan. So when either of us are reading a Terry Pratchett book and we hear each other giggle, we're like, what? Who's done what now? And we know who each other are talking about. So it's like, it's cozy because it's like, even though we're not reading the same book at the same time, it's a shared adventure in a weird way because we both like it and we both know it. You could also say that Lord of the Rings is sort of like going home because, again, it's a story that I know so well. I will and would read them again, and it does feel like going home because Hobbiton is home. That is literally what I want my life to be. I just want to live in Hobbiton. I want good food, great company, and a nice warm home to return to. That's all. Nothing fancy, nothing big, just happiness. And that's it for the Cozy Christmas book tag. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to do this tag, I'll link below the original video, and also all the questions are down below. I tag all of you. Please have fun and have a wonderful December and Christmas. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you'd like to see as soon as I upload, click that little bell down below. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr. I post my bookish pictures as well as my writing tips and unboxings on there. Now, before I let you guys go, we need to address question 3, and we have got to make a Christmas book stack. Let's do it. Do we want like peaceful, happy reads? Do we want romance reads? Do we want fantasy? Do we want Christmas colors? Okay, I think I've decided. Bear with me on this. What do we think? I've gone for greens, slightly blues, and red for the top of the Christmas tree. It's a tree, right? I made a tree. In my head, that's a tree. We have Mrs. England by Stacey Halls. We have The Last Graduate by Naomi Novik. Snowflower and the Secret Fan by Lisa C. We have Cafe con Leche by Emery Lee. We have The Familiars, Stacey Halls. We have The Guest Cat by Takashi Hirade. We have Before the Coffee Gets Cold, Toshikazu Kawaguchi, 4 Seasons in Japan by Nick Bradley, Hollowpox, The Hunt for Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend, and for the top of the Christmas tree, we have David Mitchell, Ghost Written, The Mermaid and Mrs. Hancock, Imogen Hermes Gower, and we have The Fellowship of the Ring, Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien. Voila! Christmas book tree.